and you've got this next candle on the, which is going to have come down, you know, it's sort of like bouncing around, and you're wondering whether to take the open of the green candle or the middle of the wick or the low for it then to push up. And what you might see if you're just back testing is you might see something close like this, and then the next candle done something like that. But what might have happened is, like, say this is the 5 minute time frame, the first like 4 minutes has just done something like, maybe the first 4 minutes has sort of hovered around and been a bit more bullish, hovering here, and then the last 2 minutes of the candle is when it's gone and made its lower wick, and at some stage it would have been completely red, but what it ended up doing, like basically the second last minute of that 5 minute candle, pushed down, and then the next minute just pushed up, and then the next one pushed up and up and up, and it could have just happened in the last 2 minutes. So if this whole candle, basically the whole size of the candle, happened in the last 2 minutes, you don't actually know that when you're back testing. You just see a 5 minute candle looks like that. But then say you've got in the first minute and the price is pushed down like that in the first minute, then that's becoming a pretty scary candle to trade. In 1 minute, it's already broken the low of the previous candle and already pushing in. It doesn't look like that wick or that body's even holding at all any weight. So you kind of want to see the candle move, and this could happen on any time frame, but the speed that it's moving, like it's pushing up and down, like I don't like seeing big 1 minute candles like this. I don't like seeing that, because to me that's not normal. That's something's going on in the background, and I don't know what that is. So it makes me a little bit nervous to want to trade anything when I see big 1 minute candles. But if I'm seeing like healthy movement, and I've got an area and it's sort of like drifting down to that area, and it's sort of got like a bit of a space, like you got a little bit of space. I'm not sure what that space is going to be in terms of pips, but if you do see something in the last minute rip down through that space and have to do some work to get to your level of interest, and then see an immediate reaction, that's a good sign. And you only get a real feel for that when you're actually watching the candle as well. And I know that doesn't really help if the trading strategy is like, if you haven't got time to watch, or you don't want to be glued to the screen. Sometimes you won't pick up that little extra experience or that feel for it. So if that's the case, then maybe the higher time frame is the better one to be looking for these areas. Like this, let's say this 1 hour candle, say we're going to trade that one, then at least this is a 1 hour liquidity candle, and you're not looking at 5 minutes to trade 5 minute liquidity wicks, because they are a little bit less consistent. black line. Yeah, on the 15. What about the 30? High and 30. Hour? No. Oh yeah, kind of. There's unusual days that on a Monday we've taken the high and the low of Asian session, and that's not like it's not the normal reaction. Normally it's one-sided volatility, but this is two-sided.
And it was really quick, and I think there was a quick drop or a quick action over a few pairs.
Yeah,
So I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. It's dodgy. It complicates things. I thought gold was going to be an easy one.
Yeah, gold's moving now,
Yeah.
but it still hasn't left that
See,
range.
so that for the 15, sorry, Gleno. So that for the
You're right.
15, Haydos, would you say that that's a fake out? This train
Um,
track?
this up here,
Yeah.
nothing's confirmed yet.
Okay. Is that because it's on the 15 and not the hour, or is it just
Yeah,
does it matter?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But because the 30-minute is still quite bullish with this candle, and that gives us more range to go up a little bit. We've got a little resistance here, so if we're respecting the low and we're breaking the high of this bearish candle, then we've got this wick to fill. So, but because the momentum, we didn't break the daily high from Friday, and then what we've done is we've gone out and broken the low of the day. So what that means is that if we're respecting the high and we've broken the low, that means that the structures
come
to
back
the
down.
downside.
Yeah.
So if we're broken
Yeah.
the low, it makes sense that once we're underneath the previous daily candle's low, it makes sense that we can have that rejection. Not a rejection as in to correct this whole move back up again, but a reaction, because we don't just like, if you ever break in the previous candle's high, it's dangerous because you can have to sit through the pullback, because underneath a daily candle's low would be a lot of sell stops.
Yeah, liquidity.
Liquidity.
So you'd revisit that area. Yeah.
So a lot of the time, once you've broken a previous daily candle low, you can extend the low by a little bit, like say 20 pips. This is for gold. And then once like this pushed down 20 pips, extended the daily low. We've also got over here bit of demand over here as well, because we've seen like this is the support that was formed that led to this whole upside. So we're dipping into support, we're breaking the previous daily candle low. Makes sense once we've got that liquidity, that we've taken liquidity from here, and now we're going to have to offload that somewhere to some to a liquidity up in here. And we've got clean candles as well on the way down, so some clean candles. So it makes sense that once we had taken that liquidity, offload that liquidity somewhere, and then now are we just going to form another resistance and then retest this low, most likely? And that's why I'm leaning to sells now. I just don't want to put my face in front of this this reaction, because I know the daily trend and 4-hour trend is up. So it can be harder to sell because sells can have deep pullbacks. Buys, if you're at the right side of the trend, it just can push. But it makes sense that we're going to have gold has been on such a tear that it does make sense that we could have deeper pullbacks to set up better buy zones for later on. And when I do see trending structure, which has led to new highs, and then we see this accumulation, once we start breaking out of that accumulation, then usually we get, like, we know a correction's on because we've got a shift in structure. We've broken the previous daily candle's low. We respected the high. Now we just need to wait for this pullback to be done, and then we can retest this low again, and then we can start to see if we can start to break down lower and lower back into these better, more attractive buy side areas.
Yeah.
Kind of like what I had on, where's my pullbacks? Structured pullbacks.
Yeah, in your handouts.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
Where is it? Corrections, yeah.
The corrections, yeah.
Yeah, something like this. So when we start to see
So it's
this,
pulling back more to that third structure that you've been saying. Yeah.
yeah. So we're kind of like in this area, and we did have some structure here, but in this one it just dropped. It just dropped all the way through. But normally, because of this, see this, it's a little bit kind of awkward. It's like a little bit of accumulation. But a lot of the time, once we do pull it back in the structure, we bounce. But once we've got this correction, most of the time, once we've accumulated here, and all these little lows are failing to break and create new higher closes, once we do start breaking down that out of that area, normally we're going to have a full correction on our hands. And if that's going to be the case, then I'd love to be able to see price revisit 1900s. Before then, we can actually start to see more upside into breaking into these, like maybe 1950 could be the weekly target.
Yeah.
But maybe that 1950 won't be hit without 1900 being hit first.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So I could be completely wrong, but that's the idea that makes sense to me. Now, with that idea in the back of my mind, what I want to see is price action to start to develop to support that idea.
Yeah.
And I need to see that
Which we-
price action develop at areas I like as well. What's the interest rate hike? Oh, tomorrow for the Aussie Bank. Yeah, what is the news this week? Tomorrow from I don't see no interest rates. See PMI suggesting bad numbers. Oh, wrong week. Okay, yeah. So pretty much confirming that the recession is well and truly underway. Had bad numbers. So this will be the second quarter of numbers less than 50, which is recession. But we know we're in a recession. It's just now the numbers are confirming that. USD, PMI, bad numbers. Yep, that's the way the world is. See if Aussie CPI can come down. We've got bank holiday in Japan, the entire day. Entire week because of Chinese New Year. So a little bit surprising that Asian volatility. That was, gold does get a little bit of a push Chinese New Year. So maybe that was the push at the start of the week, like early in the Asian session, up to 1935, and then we see rejection. Then it's a fairly light week, really. This is going to be big Friday, core PCE. The Fed will be looking very closely at that one ahead of their meeting. They've got a meeting next. I think they go on blackout this week, which means that they're not going to really talk about what they're going to do for the Fed funds rate, and then it's going to be next. Oh, that's going to be exciting. What am I doing? 7 p.m. Next week. Oh, then we've got interest rate. Oh, far out. Interest rates are going to be. There's going to be a lot of noise next week. Okay, doke. I could see this move now, pushing up. I could see that one very easily. But I don't like this candle. This is looking like a fake out. If this closes back above here,
Couple of months ago, in one of your price action, I might have even been a boot camp we did. You were talking about fake outs and then retesting the bottom. So, assuming this is a breakfast breakout strategy, it's already broken out of the range, both directions.
yeah.
And now it's essentially retesting the bottom of that structure.
Yeah.
So it's by that rationale, it's setting up for shorts.
Yeah, so I'm watching this I want to see where it closes. I want to see if it closes inside. I thought I could do once candle was closed. Doesn't seem like I can do that. I'm sure I've done that before on TradingView.
I haven't done price alerts on TradingView, so I'm not sure. What's this? 30 minutes.
Okay. Come on, gold. Just give me something I recognize, so I can execute on you and make my monies for the week. Got some crazy beta waves music in the background. Oh, might as well get comfortable in my chair.
Grab a lounge.
Coffee. Can I get another coffee? No, I don't want to get another coffee. Anyone watched that show Wednesday?
Nah, told about it.
Yeah, I just started watching it.
Yeah, I did with my girls.
It's good, isn't it? I'm up to the last one more episode to go. Kind of
Yeah.
got through it really quickly. I wanted to watch Yellowstone, but I couldn't stream it. So then I thought, well, we'll try Wednesday, and it's been good. Surprisingly, really good.
I love Yellowstone. We did 1883 and now we're on to 1923.
Oh, I heard it 1923. Yeah, I watched 1883 first before Yellowstone, thinking that I'll do it in order.
Yeah.
Then I didn't realize what year Yellowstone was, and I started watching Yellowstone. And I was like, these characters are dickheads. I really like the characters in 1883, and then Yellowstone, they're all flawed characters.
Yeah.
I like them now, but at the start I was like, if these were people I knew, I wouldn't be friends with them. Like, they seem to be really like psychos.
Yeah. Passionate, maybe?
Well,
Yeah.
Beth, she's a bit crazy.
Oh no, she's a psycho.
The other guy as well, Rip, he's a psycho. And then the others seem like they've got just issues. So I was like, there's the one, I don't want to give it in case people haven't seen it, but yeah, it took me a while to start to like them. I find every time I watch TV series.
What season are you up to?
I've got the new one to watch. Otherwise, I'm up to date. I haven't seen 1923 though yet.
Oh, okay. With Harrison Ford pretending to be a 40-year-old man, and he's like
really?
70.
It's
but
funny.
It's good.
It's funny when you see some of these, like what's the other one? The Ozarks.
Oh, Ozarks.
That's really good. And
that's really good.
But then you've got like the characters. When you look at that real age, is it Jason Bateman? He's like in his 50s, and they've got kids that are like 18 and 12.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
They looks normal though. It looks normal. But then when you look at like shows like that, a lot of them are like older characters playing younger characters. But it looks normal. I was just thinking about that. I was like, all these families, like a lot of people that I know from school, when they had kids, I couldn't imagine them in this kind of situation, because now that I'm in my mid-30s, I'm thinking like I don't feel that mature enough to be like running cartel deals and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's
yeah.
It's funny when you're younger, you think people are old, and then when you get old, you realize I feel like I'm young.
You're not. Yeah, you don't feel that.
Yeah.
Or mature. Yeah.
Alrighty. German 40. What a crazy sequence of events. We break up in the first minute, basically. This is the London... No. Oh, this is even crazier. London Open took the low. Then smashed up. Broke the highs. Then came racing back down again. double bottom, triple bottom, starting to create this trending structure up. Breaking back into this range, which, where was our hour candle? This is our, I'll just maneuver that a little bit. That's our Euro open 1 hour candle. This one here. Price took the low, took the high, took the low. Done a somersault. Now we're back into this area again. So we're starting to form a little bit of trend line liquidity. We've got clean range, clean candles here. So a little bit of an imbalance. Red box. Above here again. Oops. We've got more imbalance. This is 1 minute structure. Oh, sorry, this is 5 minutes. 15 minutes, yeah, you don't see the detail in the 15 minute. On the 5 minute, you do. So what are we going to do here? This is going to do what Glenn said, just retest here and then start to break down. Can we start to show price a bit of compression? So nice if we can see a bit of compression, as in trend line going up and then this trend line going down. Oh, sorry, not down. You know what I mean? Less of an angle. And then starting to see manipulation. So I want to put my face in front of this price action. I think I do.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm still in this one long as well.
Oh, long, oh, yeah, okay.
I want to fill those two imbalances. I did get stopped out and I was hoping to retest that high, but I'm happy if it just takes out those two imbalances and I'll probably close that.
Mm-hmm.
On the 5 minute time, you're looking, I know you've got other things, but you've got engulfing candle.
Yeah.
Other bullish engulfing. You've got doji retest up here.
Mm-hmm.
Forming bullish structure. I know we've got some trend line liquidity being formed, but it's still bullish structure at this stage, and we've got a lot of imbalances that need to be filled at some point. So I'm hoping it doesn't just.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this was just manipulation, but this was the actual liquidity grab. To grab liquidity, and then once we've got that liquidity, we're slowly going to have to offload it somewhere, so we could pull it all the way back up, all the way to here.
Yeah, and then just drop again. That should get us up near a round number. What was that?
15,000? No, 15,000 down here.
It's way above here. It'd be 15.1 or 15.2 or something like that. 15.150 if it gets all the way to the top.
Yeah, I mean,
and the higher time frame's massively bullish.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, this is a shifted structure. This here. So we're not that bullish anymore. This is what we started doing. Okay, so, and then I'll add this, depending on where this 4 hour candle closes. So if I take off everything, this would have been first structure, this would have been second structure, This would have been third structure. So we've actually gone underneath.
Gone below second structure and then retested off the top of first.
Mm-hmm. Well, where you've got the overlap of structures. So bounce off the top of the second one, really. So it's not as bullish as it could be because we created that double top, and then we made a little lower high, and now we're just right in the middle. We're basically bang on in the middle of. If I do that, is it going to put everything back on? No. So see here. This is the middle of that between the third structure and the high, and we're in the 50%. So the 50% is kind of like, where am I going to go?
Yeah. If you put the price action back on again, just below your third structure, what caught my eye was this massive doji that was in there, and it looked as though we just
on
pulled
a different
down
time frame.
Same time frame. You look at the
this one here.
doji. Yeah.
So we've taken that liquidity.
We've taken the liquidity from the bottom of it, formed essentially a double bottom. So we've wicked just below it and closed back up inside that structure.
Yeah.
Formed another big doji, the full height of that same structure. And then little doji, bullish engulfing, and took off. So.
Yeah, but remember as well that it goes from liquidity to liquidity. So you're right. This is one lot of liquidity underneath there, and then this is also a liquidity candle. Yeah. So if we're going from one point to the next, perhaps the job is done.
So my next point of liquidity. So
if you're following by this, then that means that grab liquidity, broke a new high, so the trend, the structure's up, market flows up. Grab liquidity, and now we've got to offload it. Market flows down. Grab liquidity, offload it, grab new liquidity, market flows up. Another liquidity point, offload this liquidity up here, grab liquidity, break in structure, market flows down.
And now it's left a massive wick to fill.
But 3 minutes left. Let's see where it's going to go.
There's your wick. You can feel that wick there, Denny.
I was just thinking to myself, is it going to go up or is it going to go down then?
Well, technically it's going to go down.
Yeah, but that's the way we want it to go. Technically, well, hold on. The wick go down to then fill up to the next wick down to then.
I don't mind which way it goes.
What we've just done though is we've grabbed liquidity from the top and filled the clean candle to the left.
I just want it to give me something. I don't care if it's going down or up.
Just give me some.
I think it makes sense to go down to this area to then go up.
Yeah, make the bottom wick to then go up and fill the top wick on the H4. Yeah.
Okay, so gold.
So this one here took the high. This is attempted liquidity candle. So this one here, okay, this is it. On the 5 minutes. We're getting that trend line structure going up. We're pulled back up into this area. We've hit this imbalance. This is a liquidity candle. Type 4, I believe. And then this is the retest of that high. Eddie is pointing out on the 4 hour.
Come down to take a double, to make a double bottom. Haydos.
Well, technically that could have been it. Eddie is pointing out there's divergence on the 4 hour as well.
Yeah.
But I think that was it. Kind of missed it, but that would have been it. Because this is the imbalance, this is that pullback, This was the liquidity candle. We wicked higher than the previous one, and we closed below the body. Then we retested that body, the open of the 5 minute liquidity candle, and now we're seeing that little drop.
Yeah, Haydo, chuck your gold back on, mate.
25, yeah, 0.7. Doing that wick fill now. Does that make sense though, this one?
Yeah.
Still more interested in buys. Oh, look at this. Okay, now price gap as well. See that little gap? That's a bit dangerous. When that's quite a lot of volume, bearish volume.
That means it wants to push down further.
Well, when it gaps down, and it could just be a data issue as well. Actually, we're seeing a little bit of gaps. Indices do run a little bit different than currencies, but to me that would mean it's going down further.
I've seen heaps lately. Hey, Hayden.
Gaps, yeah, me too. All right, so yeah, breaking above that resistance means we've got wick to fill. Support. Now we're, yes sir, alrighty. This is where I want to see fake outs from this area now.
It bounced on my right. And they
Did you hear our family domestics about 15 minutes ago?
Yeah, it's something, yeah.
My son trying to
Not me.
pain in the ass and not go to bed.
You can always tell a child voice. Is your Aussie frozen? Looks like it's done literally nothing. That no, because I was looking at the 30-minute chart before, and it wasn't having these two candles. It was just this red one and this blue one, and then I go to the hour, and it looks the same. All right, so.
Hello. Sorry, Hayden. On the. No, it's all right.
This is looking a bit cleaner now. Prices come down, form the support, form that doji.
Yeah.
So if we are now.
D1 is bearish.
D1's bearish. Yeah. So if we can, this is a. This. Oh, it's only a 22 pip range.
M5's fake out and now made high test bar.
See that? Yeah, I was thinking about trading this range, but it's too small. Might only get 10 pips in here.
Okay, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I'd rather. Yeah, the range is too small. Pound. JPY. Support, resistance candle. 40 pip range. Got this little doji problem. Yeah, I could get around selling the low because a big candle, bearish volume, smaller bullish volume, but creating that little support. So if we can respect the high now and then start breaking underneath, then I could get around something like this. I'd be careful with this area here. I think I'm going to give that one a go. 4-hour candle's closed. Bit of a rejection candle. So can we form a tiny top wick? Do the wick fill. Yeah, I'm going to put a pending order for that one. I think that one looks... Actually, no. Because we pushed down, we rejected once before. think it's okay. Probably should have anticipate volume to push down again. I'll give that one a little go. I'll keep my eye on the prices here, but these other two haven't got much going for it just yet.
It's got a gap to fill on the 1 minute, Hayden. Oh, that wick might have got it.
Okay.
On the GJ. You don't have it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's just between there.
E joint. Oh yeah. Oh okay. Oh yeah. That's the idea. Bit dangerous because of this wick. I'd actually prefer something to close under there on a lower time frame, and then drop. So I'll think about this. Well, I've got a little pending order here. Ah, shoot. German. Knew it. Okay. Now it's gone. It's alright. It just means my buy idea is closer. Does that make sense though? How we sort of broke that down? Just missed it. But now get into that area I like better. See the difference between rejection wick and wick fill now? Or like that was a good example of it. This is a good example of buyers, bulls, pushing up and then leaving a range with more liquidity above that wick to potentially then become a target. So the wick's leaving a range to fill. All we need to do is break above a resistance to fill that range.
And are you happy to get a 1 minute confirmation for that, Haydos? Like what time frame confirmation would you like
to get it? Well, if it was breaking, sorry, if I go to the 30 minute, once it was like if we got something in closing above this 1924 here, then it makes sense to keep on pushing up. Depending on what the structure. Oh, Son, I got it. Awesome. Yeah, it made a lot of sense. So if we have structure above it, what the 1 minutes do? Only makes sense really on the 15-minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 5 and the 1s don't make sense. Well, it was pretty difficult. But clean candle, form a little support, wick fill. If you're waiting for candles to close, you would have missed that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to take an impulsive entry because I was thinking I was preferring to keep an eye on for sells. But that actually makes sense.
The dailies had this retracement done. The 4 hours looking going that way, and then there was the 1 hour as well, waiting for a wick fill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, stick on that basis.
Oh yeah, the 1 hours look beautiful. Yeah, that 1 hour looked really nice.
Are you guys keeping in really good?
Yeah, really good. Haven't taken anything yet though. It's been a slow old morning. Well, not slow. It hasn't been slow on the chart. It's been taking me a while. Like I missed the sells from 1935. I had that buy running from 1925. I think we're chatting about that in the chat with Gerwin. And then that hit target 1935, or my target was 1933. They hit that overnight during Asian session, so that I was pretty happy with that. And then it just dumped. I didn't take anything of this, and then I really didn't like how quickly it was moving in here, so I just wanted to watch.
I also took that actually on the I think it was a 15-minute on the S3 candle on the 15-minute. 5 minute?
On the way down or the way up?
On that one, yeah. No, I took one on the way down. I've made a loss there, 12 pips. Because I was looking for a rejection from that area anyway, because that's also the Asian low.
Yeah.
And then I got that rejection there on the 15-minute, the F3 candle. And I took it on the break of that support.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking more, like I was thinking push up, make a resistance, and then come down. But this candle was just too big.
Yeah.
It's too big and it moved too much for me to be able to entertain that idea of getting in. So then I was like, well, if we can, it's made the range smaller, but if we create the support and we're breaking that support, then I've still got 30-40 pip range to the downside again. But now it's just formed the support, wick fill, broken the high, and then I was just at my mind was on the wrong range. Instead of I was looking at trading sort of this range lower. Because this broke structure to the down on the 4 hour.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But I should have also been thinking, if it's forming support, maybe it makes sense that once we pushed up. The thing that's confused me, well, put doubt in my mind, was that London took the Europe low, and then started pushing up. But because because the Asian session already taken the low, I was thinking that London can take the low of Euro, push up, create a resistance, and then drive back down. Because I don't often see on a Monday the Asian low being taken and then the Asian high being taken. So if the Asian low has been taken, then I was thinking it makes sense to retest that low rather than pushing all the way back up to Asian high. And I was thinking there'd be more downside potential. But not every week's going to be the same. I quite like this area now, actually, the Asian 50%. Oh, little chirp. So that means, well, I'm going to put an alert on the Asian 50. Because if I see a resistance form here, Asian 50, then we're getting closer to that time that we could do a London 50 pullback, London 50%. So if a 4 minute of resistance at Asian 50, then we might even come back down to 1923 again for before New York session. That's my new idea. I'm going to take that idea. Now German, what I want to see is some support formed. We've got a clean candle here. Now I want to see a support formed and then start to break the highs and then come back up into here. So can I just see the opposite of this now? At the moment, there's nothing to do. That would have been a super trade. That one here, that would have been a massive trade to start the week. At least a 6-to-1. Even if you got stopped out here, to get here, at least 5.5. Man, that would have been amazing.
You take that, Glenno?
I had the long early
buying.
this afternoon before the spike way up in basically from the bottom of the breakfast breakout structure, and I had it up. Oh, it was nearly 5 or 6-to-1 when I walked away from the computer and came back, and it was virtually down to about 2-to-1, and I hadn't closed it, so that one got stopped out.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking
So
shorts at first.
Sorry, Glenno.
Which one?
If I put my stop, if I put in my, I did have a sell stop set, and I cancelled it when I saw the price action like a reversal at the bottom there, on the 5-minute structure. So I saw that liquidity grab. Just 1 second, I'll annotate this. Trying to work out which one it is. Where's the box one?
Oh, my pound yen.
Sorry.
But is it going, by the way?
Oh, sorry, where are you?
Hold a sec. Sorry. I wasn't keeping an eye. I hit this area. I want to keep an eye on this. I just want this to keep on driving through. But if we're rejecting from this doji, from this previous structure, if we're coming back to my entry, then I'm going to close. Trust that all this is sort of happening at the same time. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. I want to see a little push down and then start breaking some bullish candles. At least start breaking some bearish candle highs, and then I'm going to take it back long. Bloody pound was 16 pips up, and now it's coming back. Nearly 20. Actually, it was 20 pips. I caught it when it was 16. That's when I had a glance at my terminal. Did anyone else set that pen in order when I did? For pound yen?
No, I wish I did.
Makes sense on the 30. Actually, the hour makes more sense. If it was the 30 going with the momentum, entry should have been up higher. But the 1 hour makes sense. Price pushed up, fake out, huge bearish candle, little bullish candle. So more of a rejection candle, closing very small, creating that little support, fake support, and then price breaking the low. Makes sense for more downside. Clean candles on the left. So I'm just going to watch this to see what it does. Got 15-minute did break that support and close lower. Close with no wick though at this area of interest. So can we just do the same thing? Close like a little tiny bullish candle and then start breaking the low. I need a fourth screen when I do this because I've got TradingView, I've got my terminal, got YouTube with the music going, and then I've got the streaming software.
Gold's approaching 1930.
Yep. That little alarm's going to go off. It's going to be loud again.
Yeah. I shut that trade down. 76 pick win.
Beautiful.
Great. Nice. Well done.
Great work. So I did.
was going to let it run, but I got a bit. Once it hit the pivot point, I closed it.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, but you and your pivot points. We've got Eddie with his 50 EMA.
Oh, I've got that on there too.
I got the sun working. So the sun's down here today.
You got a sun. You're like a little palm tree.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. That's like a little, that's where the beach is.
Where everyone wants to be when it's snowing.
Palm tree should be easy to find. It's got the background.
I'm going to leave you guys in peace.
Nice trade, mate. You can sleep like a baby now. You can sleep like a baby now.
I wish it was in my bloody actual trading account. That would have been nice.
Oh, that's right. That's a demo. Yeah. I had a dream. I was pickpocketed last night. I was back in Brazil and I was at the Christ the Redeemer, and then someone was like taking a photo, and I felt something in my pocket, and then I realized, hey, hang on a second, this person taking a photo of me is not my partner. This was my dream, and then I realized, wait, this is a scam. Someone scammed me, and I woke up. Woke up thinking I'd been robbed. Now the charts are going to rob me. Maybe that was a sign.
No, don't say that.
I had another
I'm
joke.
gonna crawl my way back, Haydos. I'm gonna crawl my way back this week. So come on, good vibes.
Yeah,
good vibes.
We'll get it. We'll get it.
Right, guys, good night.
See you, Glenn.
Night, Gleno.
Night, guys. Where's the turn off button?
Too scared to trigger on anything.
Well, if we get the right confirms, if we get the right confirmations here, we can see some downside.
So, if German was dumping and pound Aussie was dumping, wouldn't Euro Aussie go short as well?
Sorry, say that again. If pound and euro was dropping,
pound Aussie
yeah,
is dropping.
Yeah.
German 40 is dropping.
Yeah. Euro Aussie could be strong.
Oh, really?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just thinking like German 40. It depends. Like you've got your strength chart. So, Euro's dropping.
I can't do that.
No,
yeah.
no. Just thinking about it. Like if Euro's
so pound's dropping.
If Euro's dropping, pound is dropping. Which one is dropping more out of pound and euro? So we say pounds dropped half. Pounds dropped more.
Mm-hmm.
So pound is weaker than euro. If we look at all the strong ones, Euro Aussie. Sorry, Aussie is strong. then it's New Zealand. What are yens? Yen is the weakest. So yen down here. Swiss is here. CAD is here.
Just looking what's all green and what's red.
Yeah. Oh, well, just thinking about the way it's been moving as well. So Aussie is the strongest today. And then yen is the weakest. So if everything's trending one way for most of the sessions, Asian session, London session, when New York session comes in, it can often be counter to the move. So what we're looking at then, like euro and pound, probably haven't moved a whole lot. But if it's going to flip, what we might see is one of these stronger pairs and weaker pairs start to flip. Oh, where's USD in all this? USD sitting somewhere in the middle. USD's here. So we'd expect USD not to be trending the same way. So then if USD is going to go up and be stronger, we'll be looking at one of these other ones to start forming, like if Aussie's just pushing up, and we can start to see resistances created and then lows breaking. That means USD is going stronger, Aussie's getting a little bit weaker, and then that would bleed into some of these other pairs as well. So you look at, like, you don't often get, if this is the strength chart right now, order of strength, it's not going to stay like that. After, like, once we get like halfway through London session, usually this order is going to shift and we'll start seeing pullbacks. So some of these weaker ones, and so you can start to look for a counter trend, or you wait for that London mid London open to have that pullback to then resume some of the strength. But I'm sure USD will shift up in the order. That's a really quick, really rough way of explaining it. But this is a way you can sort of get an idea of what's stronger.
Pound Aussie has just dropped, so I just figured Aussie would.
And it is. It's just not as dropping as much. So you would expect that once price pushed down, price pushed up again, and then forming a resistance and start breaking these lows, then you would expect it to retest that low. If this starts forming a higher low, breaking above this resistance, then you've got clean range to go up.
Yeah.
Where am I? Pound, gold, German 40. Oh, this was meant to be Euro Aussie. Okay. No good. The trade was done. I didn't secure any. But then I've closed it. I closed it when I came back to my entry. I was distracted, man.
Sorry, Haydos.
No, it wasn't you guys. It wasn't you guys. It was. It's just the way you got to manage these things. I didn't want to take profit here. I did want to hold for the full range, but I was very careful at these areas because I already flagged them as my danger zone because this is structure. And then when price pushed down, pushed to here, maybe because it's Monday, I should have been a little bit more aware, and that I know, like, that was almost 1-to-1. I didn't want to take profit there. I wanted to hold the full range, but if it was reacting off this area and then coming back up to my entry after being 20 pips in profit, I don't want to give it back. I don't want to, like, take a loss on something like that. Be annoying if it comes back up.
So would you wait for that to come down, or would you consider a 20 bounce from there?
You could consider a 20 bounce, but to me, I'm not going to touch anything right now on that. The move for me was down to the sun.
Yeah.
And now because it reacted from this area, maybe it's just not going to be one of those days you're going to get a steady move. But I'm definitely not going to give money to the market today. Well, not easily anyway. I've already been pinched in my dreams. Now I don't want to be pinched in real life. At the moment, though, respecting that high. 30. Problem is 30 minute. Nah. It's a little bit too challenging now. This one. I want easy. I want an easy move. I'd rather just stick with gold. Did I hear Noel sneak in? No.
I saw his name.
Oh, okay. He popped in and then he disappeared.
So that looks like a good 5-minute reversal.
Oh, you got it there? Cool. I feel like I'm just one step behind.
Ready?
I feel like I'm one step behind. Okay, 15 closed bullish. Can I go long on German, short on gold, short on pound yen? Euros range is too small. No, I can't touch this. I'm just going to touch these two. Gold and German 40. This is the liquidity candle here. Why have I got this here? Second structure. Fake out from top of second structure. I think I'm going to give something like this a go. Wonder if I can get a banger. Oh, Aaron, maybe I was, so the one I was on here was pound yen. This one here is XAU at USD gold. Maybe that's what the USD one you saw. The one on the right was Euro Aussie. And then this one here is German. Okay, I want to see this now pull back. Just give me a bounce from here so I can get in, because I didn't take it from up here. It was 1 pip away from that Asian 50.
The candle just after that.
Sorry, son, I was really muffled at the start. What did you say?
I was saying, would you like to see that go back to the liquidity candle first, or the one just after that on the 1 minute?
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that 1 minute there. I was just guesstimating.
Okay.
But that does actually add some weight to that area.
Mm-hmm.
Thing is, I see when I see this, and then it pushes down, often we get multiple opportunities. So I was just, oh no, I don't want it to go now. I really want to see it pull back first. That's really good though, because it broke that low.
Mm-hmm.
So actually I would be saying shift in structure at this point.
Yeah, there's also that small thing that might just drop from there if it's broken it already.
Oops, what have we done? Yeah. I do feel like I'm just missing the move slightly. I feel like I feel like I'm ahead of the market. Yeah, I'm going to focus on these two now. German and gold.
Are you in on German, Hayden?
Nah, both are like just from I was really waiting to see it tap my area, and same with gold to just go a little bit higher, and just missing, just slowly missing, not slowly, slightly missing. Are you?
No. No. That's what got me stuck, or having a couple on at once, and I just got overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
Playing pound US at the moment. We're just watching one come down, trying to work out how far I can take it.
Oh yeah, pounds
and US.
Yeah, gold.
Oh yeah, it's
Gold's
dropping nicely. Yeah, that's good. I knew you were in there. I asked you before. Yeah, I forgot where you got in, but up here somewhere, wasn't it?
Yeah, I put that one in. That got stopped out, but then it came back for a second entry, so I took that.
Very good.
Running about 40 pips in a minute against a 15 pip stop loss. So.
Awesome. That's really, really good.
Nice.
Ah, damn you, German. Still, I like this zone. And I would be very interested in putting a pending. I think if I was in profits already for the week, I would consider just leaving a pending here. What do I trade? Mostly gold. Mostly gold. German 40. A currency pair, Euro Aussie or pound yen if I see it, but not always. Most of the time it's just gold. 98% of the time it's gold. But German 40 is really nice too. All right, Goldie, come on. Let's give us that pullback. Kind of, yeah. When did you leave, Marin? Did you see the pound yen? No, I was in pound yen. So now it's hidden its tracks. But what it did was I took it on the break of the low, and then price came down, hit my area, which was a danger area, and then it came back up and it stopped me out for break even. And then now it's come back down again. So it came down, pulled its pants up, and then it just dropped the pants again. So now what I'm looking for is gold to give me a pullback, and I'm going to take that for a short. And for German, I wanted to get a buy from here, so I'm thinking about pending order for a buy. But GJ is looking like it's doing its wick fill, and then if it can break lower here, then we've got another 30 pip drop. Gold bearish. I am bearish on gold, yeah. For some reason, maybe all Friday I was looking for buys, and then now today I'm looking for sells. But I think it's a good area for here to drop because of the Asian 50%. And just the way that I normally see things on a Monday is that once we break one side of the Asian session, normally it doesn't break the other side again. And I think that we could see downside to set up trades for better buy price points for later on. So I'm kind of just waiting to see a pullback really. And am I going to sacrifice this trade for 10 pips? It could be a 30 pip stop if I get in here. But I'm very close to pulling the trigger for gold for a sell. Also, if you guys don't mind, I know I asked you before on the other stream it froze, but if you could give it a like on this one, on this new one, it'll be fantastic. It does seem to really spike everything.
Like it, and that's maybe what froze it, Hayden.
Too many likes at once? No, it's my...
We all jumped over for you.
Well, it doesn't affect the YouTube doesn't get affected. It's the stream software that I use, Streamlabs. Some reason, every now and then, I'm not sure what it is that it actually does, but it maybe once a week it's been doing it. Like it will just freeze. But I think it's when I load a program. So it might have actually closed when I loaded those slides that I had on, because I opened an Internet Explorer, and then I've already got like two other browsers open, and then I've got a document folder open, and I've got a bunch of things open. So I think it just got stuck. Thanks Eddie. Asian session was wild, absolutely wild. But yeah, because Happy New Chinese Year with the rabbit. it's I think it was like thinner market conditions as well, because China's on bank holiday for the rest of the whole week, celebrating their Chinese New Year. So if there's less volume in the market, it means that the volatility could be higher as well. So the Asian session was crazy. Gold on Asian session did 150 pips down. Went up. It went up 120 pips and then down 150 pips. Crazy. Gold is getting close. Just give us that another leg up. And then I can enter. Firefox fastest browser. Yeah, I use Brave. I actually really like Brave. I find Firefox can crash on me a bit. Alright, this is now or never. Let's do it. Stop loss is going to be above the Asian 50%. Pulled liquidity, this 5-minute candle, then doji, and now we're just pushing up, and we've got imbalance here. So roughly around here would be, I would give that a shot. Maybe I should wait for the 50%. It's a risky one, but I think I'm willing to give it a go. 15 minutes of close resistance, confirmation of resistance. What are you going to do?
It's had a really nice bounce off the 1 minute 50 EMA.
I'm a little bit concerned about this support. So I know this is risky. I'm going to give it a go though. What do I think of 30-minute structure? Bullish. Well, this is the structure. We haven't closed below it yet, but we did accumulate quite a lot here, and then we spiked up and broke yesterday's. Sorry, not yesterday. We respected Friday's high, but then we broke Friday's low. So to me, it makes sense then for pullback, and then to retest the low again. Unless it's just one of those really volatile days, and kind of is showing signs of a very volatile day. So it could break the high and the low. But I would expect it to sort of pull back a little bit. Here we go. So now it's getting into this area, and I am going to enter very soon.
What's your stop loss now, Hayden?
It's above 1930 point, around 1930.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in. Gosh, the 1 minute looks like a wide stop loss. Looks very wide. Okay, running 5 pips up, 6 pips up. What would be beautiful is if this candle closes like this and we break the low. If we get down to here, we're pretty much going to be a 1-to-1. That's pretty quick, man. Okay, just fall. Come on. Let's get that sun back. There we go. The sun's down here. Come get it. So nice reaction so far, but we don't want it to just respect the low. We want it to do more than that. But it was nearly 10 pips up. So I hate it when it goes 10 pips in profit and then comes back to entry. Now, it's in the hand of the gods, the trading gods.
Be kind, trading gods.
Be very kind. Do I think London High already made its high? Well, it's in the time zone for it, and we're getting close to that Asian 50%. So it's a good level for it to do it. And is it going to be enough so we can get risk out? I hope so. H4 still up, yeah. So just put it very. Can I read properties? Very gentle hands is holding it.
Then a H4 wick fill. It already went up. It's got to come back down.
Nice close. Just don't be a fake resistance, but come here, come to the hands.
Nice fake out close. Keep coming.
German doing its thing. One more leg down for German, and that could be nice. Pound's dropping. If pound is dropping, then gold should be dropping. H4 is bullish. Broken the high. Yeah, H4 does make things complicated.
So you don't reckon it'll fill that wick?
On which time frame?
H4. It's already gone up, like that fake out.
You mean this week?
Up.
The bearish candle?
Yeah. Come down a little bit, yep.
Well, it's going to need a break. Well, it's not really much of a body on this one. For it to do a wick fill, it's going to need a break of support. If it can break a support under here, then it can potentially, this will become a target.
Okay.
Yeah, but if it's not breaking any supports, then it is risky because of the momentum to the upside. So we just want to see little by little these other time frames start to, like if we can see this close more or less here, or even a smaller body, and then breaking that low, then we could potentially start filling some of that 4-hour wick.
Mm-hmm.
But little by little, hopefully these time frames are going to support that selling bias. But it is risky, you know, this is still risky. Putting risk on the table against the trend. But we've got the hands there, we've got the sun down the bottom.
I think you're missing the rabbit.
Oh yes, that's right.
We need all the boys saying push, push, push.
Yeah, where are they?
Where are you?
Oh, it's supposed to be drop at the moment.
Yeah, drop.
Ah, there he is.
There you go.
Thank you. See?
Oh.
Are you in this actually?
No, I already got 2 trades today, so I'm done for now.
Oh, beautiful, man.
I got the buy from in this area,
Yeah.
and second from this area.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I was looking for sells, so I had the wrong bias. But it's coming to God's hands. Come on, it's coming to a pair of hands. Come on. There's 17 pips up. 18. Oh, 16.
Nice. I think you can hold. I think after breaking this, closing below, that will be better. Price may start pushing to the downside.
Yeah.
Because this was a perfect entry because of the 1 minute FU candle also. There was
exactly.
FU candle on 1 minute.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I was just sort of put originally like, yeah, that's good for a pullback, and then it was Sonai that said, is that because of the 1 minute FU? I'm like, oh, that actually adds to it. Oh, Eddie's got the magnet there.
Another thing is the break of structure here.
Exactly. That's what cemented it for me to look for that sell. I doubled up. I did 2 positions on this one. I was quite happy with it. My stop loss is a little bit wide though.
I think this wasn't the stop loss could have been here or even here. That was more than enough.
Yeah, I just didn't want to get a quick one to the 50. If it already tapped that 50, I would have gone much tighter. Now it was a little bit wide. Still 18 pips. So one of my positions is 1-to-1.
I'm only 1-to-1. I've got to crawl my way back. I can't risk too much at all, otherwise I'm going to get tapped out again for the month.
Yeah. So little by little, we'll get you back.
About German 40, did you got any sell?
No, I'm waiting for a buy from down here from 15,000.
Okay. But based upon if you go to the 30-minute,
Yeah.
on the 30-minute, we kind of taken out the liquidity from the upper side area, this area.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see, and right now we this is like a previous London as well as Asian high.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it should not be coming back to upside. You can say it can come back here, but I'm saying this is like steps, and now it's ready to push to the downside like this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, that it's got more downside, but I'm also thinking that if we are going to be bullish, then given that we like this move here late Friday was really bizarre for it to do something like that. So late in the session, and then Asian session sort of just retesting the high, and then what Europe session or London session can do is that they're going to say, we left it off roughly around this area. By the time that we close, price was here. So what they can often do then is bring price back down to where they left off and then start buying again.
Yeah, I'm also looking at this doji here. This doji here.
Yeah, I've got that on. That's what I'm looking to take the buy from. So you can see, yeah, that little black line. Yeah.
But skeptical with the after liquidity taken off from the upper side area.
Dodgy,
A little bit skeptical. Yeah.
But that
taking
that can leave a range. That can leave a range for us to push up to. We just need to start seeing supports formed and resistance is broken to then become a target. And we could hit this level a few times before we get that bigger drop.
Because the big move started from here, this session. Price started pushing to the downside, and if you see how price is coming to that area like a corrective way, it's not like a impulse move came back to that area. It just came back to that area corrective way. Now it can so it can just start push to the downside, but you can get some reaction from that doji to push upside, and then it can again start pushing to the downside.
Yeah, it makes sense for more downside.
Gold is pushing down.
Yes, sir. Keep an eye on that price.
So where's our take profit?
Well, I'm up 2-1 now. Actually, I'm going to close one position here.
Hell.
You had two. How many have you got on Eddie? 50?
It's got about maybe 15. Yeah.
15. So I've closed one position just because I'm up 2-1.
I think you can hold that
one
position.
And then the last one, I'm gonna hold all the way to see if we can actually get 19.10. I will probably close some at this where the sun is. Or the Asian low. Oh, actually, no. If we get the Asian low, we're going much further. So once we get
4 hour flip with rejection wake.
This is the new Null 2.0.
No, 2.0.
He's upgraded over the weekend.
If you see, this one has a FU candle. This was a doji. Doji high was taken out here.
Yeah.
The high probability price will start pushing to the downside.
Yeah.
And it can go all the way to the here also. This doji, the bottom side doji.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
This was a FU candle.
No, he's pointing at 1905.
No, 1905.
Let's see this doji.
Oh yeah,
see this doji, and then you got this little candle. You put an area here because you've got all of this support to the left side as well.
Sorry, I'm on the 5 minutes. That's why I can't see.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's on internet.
Double bottom on 1 minute over here. London low.
Yeah.
What time? Oh, sorry.
1 minute.
1 minute. Let me just remove my drawings. London. Oh,
this
yeah.
one.
I got you.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Now it has to taken out. So price may start pushing to the downside.
Double bottom here also.
Yeah, in the middle of the range.
And yeah, here. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
So this is all liquidity right
That's
now.
where I have it.
Yeah, we can take out the lows here. So 1919. I'll secure some at 1919. That'll be a 100 pip move. Man, we got like a sniper entry.
Yeah, and after that, if the daily is closing bearish, you can hold that trade from the top side, this area. We can go all the way to the downside.
Current 4-hour candle looks like it will just break previous 4-hour candle low and it can come to 1906 area. Come on.
That's those clean candles.
You in the cell now?
Yeah.
Very good, mate.
I've got that wick to
I
fill
took
now.
one buy also, but that was very late on inverted hammer on 1 minute.
Okay. I think Margaret in the chat was talking about that as well. Oh, maybe she's talking about got a hammer to put on top.
So it's got H4 resistance here.
Oh, sorry. Let me get back.
So if it pushes through, which is the Asian low, yeah?
Are you drawing on my screen?
Come on.
Sorry. Where is it?
What time frame?
Why have I got
I've got a 30 minute.
H4. I think I've just got the H4 as the here. Hold on. Yeah. Oh.
Oh yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, there.
Yeah. So we've got that area there can be can be a bit turbulent there.
Yeah.
But let's just watch on the lower time frame.
Drop. So we can take out the Muhammad stop loss.
Is he behind, is he? You get behind from down here.
5 minute FU retest. From 5 minute FU retest over here.
5 minute. Here, here.
And I got entry somewhere here.
Oh, I see. That's a good entry though, Noel. That's good. That's a good one. Like a good late entry.
Yeah.
The perfect example is right now here. If you see this one FU candle. So after that doji candle low was taken out here, and then price start pushing to the upside. The same thing on the 4 hour. Right now it's doing same kind of thing. Attempted FU candle, doji candle high was taken out, so price start pushing to the downside now.
Yeah.
Even if you go to the downside here,
4 hour doji low also to push price up, I think. That bullish doji on
this one.
Yeah. Doji low taken out, price pushed up.
Now if you go to the downside here on the 4 hour, you will see the same kind of example on the down. Here FU candle, then doji, it's some kind of doji, and then price taken out that doji, the price start that push to the upside. And previous doji, this doji was taken out first before forming the FU candle. Let's see. Hoping to NY to continue push to the downside.
Yeah, for sure. What's German doing?
So can I move my stop loss now, or is that bad karma?
Well, I think you're up 2-1 now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I had 18 pips stop loss. So.
Yeah, I had 18 pips as well. If it's coming back up here now again, you don't want to lose that, so you can, or even in profit a little bit.
I'll leave it for now.
If it's closing back above this red zone.
Zoom link in FU Hunter.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. I will post that thing.
Oh, you did, or you want me to?
No, I will do that thing.
Okay.
1 second.
If it's closing back above this red zone, Danny, then that's That's bad juju.
Yeah.
That's it, Eddie.
I don't want to create the bad juju.
Yeah, no bad juju.
What is juju?
Bad karma.
Bad karma. Bad vibes.
Yeah. So if we depending on how you're doing for the month, like I know you're trying to crawl back as well. This area is dangerous as hell, and when you're selling gold, it can have deep pullbacks. So it's like for you like there's going to be more trades as well. And for your situation, Danny, if you want to close and like lock some in, then you know, feel free to do that. I already closed 50% because I had 2 positions. So technically, like I want this to keep on going down, but I know I've got now profits to play with for next session and later in the week. So if this is your first trade for this week,
I could only trade 0.2% because if I trade 0.5% and it goes the wrong way, I'm out.
Yeah, okay. So you're up now, 0.4%. So you're creeping back there a little bit. And slowly and surely we'll get back there. But see how important it is to be patient. And we literally just picked the top.
I was just putting too much. I just got confident and I was putting too much risk.
Yeah, and that happens. That happens. I've done that many times in the past. It's shit. It's shit when you over risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone down to $10 a pip at the moment, which is like 0.1 at the most. I think.
You've done that for gold?
No. On my trades at the moment, I'm just doing $10 a pip.
Yeah.
For anything which you know, with a 10 or 15 pip stop loss, and then keeps it about 0.1 or 0.2% at the moment.
Yeah. German, I'm not sure. So we've got a perfect upper bottom, a perfect one. So what does that mean?
It can.
We know what that means.
It can take it can take a note that double bottom, and then it can start pushing.
Yeah.
Just wait for that deeper pullback.
Yeah. Wait. Well, as well, we've got pretty nice trending structure as well, though. So if it is going to actually drive lower, what we're going to need to wait for is something to break one of these highs, and we don't need to rush it. With this one now, we don't need to take sniper entry. We can take a safe entry. So that would mean like waiting for a breaker structure, and then waiting. Exact same with gold, just flip it upside down. So the main thing with gold, even the higher time frames are more suggestive of going higher, but on the lower time frame, lower again, this is on the 1 minute, but we know the volume on gold is high, so we can use the really, really low time frames, but you've got a breaker structure here. And once we had that breaker structure, then it meant that where we've got the trending structure on the way down, second structure, we always get reactions from. This second structure also had liquidity inside of it. So it made sense. It actually made sense. But I was keeping a wider stop loss just because I didn't notice that at the start, and because I had that Asian 50%. So to me, it wasn't a perfect hit. So I was a little bit cautious if it did want to drive up higher, especially for I was confident on the sells, but I didn't want to lose a trade because of my stop was too tight.
Yeah, and that's what's happened.
And that's because it's the start of the week as well. But if I did have a tight stop, and this obviously has worked out, and 2-to-1 to here could have been like a 5-to-1 with a smaller stop, but because we used a wider stop, it was a 2-to-1. But I'm not really worried because it's the start of the week, and I really want to I really like to start the week off with wins, because I want those wins to be able to let me be a little bit more aggressive later in the week. And also if I just want to, I've got goals in mind as well. So I want to make a few percent. So I'm happy to go a little bit lighter on the risk at the start to achieve those goals so that I can be more aggressive later. I don't want to have to chase my tail. Chasing tails is the worst.
Yeah. No, I want to get back up so I can find a couple of good entries and put some risk on the table at the end of the week to just try and get there.
Try to get that month, yeah. Yep. How often do I do these live tradings? I'm doing it more regularly now. So, yeah. And I normally do this time. This time sort of works for me after that initial London volatility. At least 2 times a week. A little bit sporadic when it happens. See, this is... did you secure any down here, Danny?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Good work. Because this was that shitty area to trade back into, these wicks. So we've got a wick fill, but now that this candle, we've got the hour. The hour is now...
I was going to do 70, but I secured 80 because I thought I was going to ask of a good re-entry area, maybe.
Yeah, that's the potential. So the 1 hour hasn't closed yet.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw a lot of volume here for London Open.
Mm-hmm.
Volume has decreased a little bit, but we got that resistance in the lower time frame and broke that resistance. So that meant we got wick fill. Then we can see that we failed to close higher than this wick, and we filled this imbalance. And then the buying volume was decreasing a little bit. So on the 30-minute, we formed that resistance. Didn't really wick up that much, but then just broke the low. And now we're back into this area again, where this resistance has now turned into previous support.
Yeah.
On the 15-minute, once we had that resistance, we had liquidity candle, which means that this liquidity candle could be retested, and that we drove down, still got a nice wick to fill. So if we break this low, then that's where that would be a scale win position if the range is big enough. But these wicks here are going to be problematic for gold because this is structure in your lower time frame, and the structure in the lower time frame is still bullish. Yeah, Marin, you dropped out the wrong time. We got literally the high 0.8 of a pip from the high, and then drove it down here, closed 50%. Can't remember exactly which one I closed it on, but 2-1, 50, and then I've got my runner running. But now this could just, if this comes back above this red zone, this is bad juju. German spiked. Pound stuck. I should put a rock here and a hard place under here. Pound is dropping into this zone as well. What's this thing saying to us? What about news? Anything? No. So for me, for gold, I'm looking for a support to form, a support to break, and then we can continue another leg down. But I'm pretty pleased with this one so far. Pleased enough that I'm going to get myself another coffee. So I'll leave some for us to reset ourselves. We'll put some beta waves on. For 5 minutes, and then I'm going to make my coffee at the same time, so I'll be right back.
Mohammed, are you here?
Yes, yes, bro.
About 1 minute. Do you think any entry on 1 minute or buys again?
Let me check. It was a aggressive, yeah, but aggressive entry.
Yeah.
Because
FU
because
candle
of that,
after the
yeah,
FU candle here.
yeah, and it it was in point of interest area, that doji. After that, doji price push up. So here is order black.
Let head and come back so we can see the 1 minute. Yeah, there must be in buys.
No, I was driving. I just saw the chart right now. I missed four entries, bro.
No. It's all right. Today is not your day.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, Sonai must be in buys then. That's why price is pushing to the upside.
I'm not.
Yeah,
you know,
1,000 land. 1,000 land.
I am not. I'm looking at it though. I've got 1 loss, 2 wins for the morning, so I want to just preserve this till New York.
Okay, where did you enter for the buys?
In the morning.
I mean, which area on the chart?
Yeah, let me show you. Put in the Slack. The buys were 1922 and 1924.
Okay. When we are moving upside. Okay, here, this one.
Yeah. I took a sell on the London Open, but that was a fail. I was looking for buys anyway because Asia just moved too far down, and then when London took out Asia, and then there was that candle formed, the FU candle, I just pulled it up.
You joined the FU candle.
I use it as a confluence, but no, it was on the 5 minute I took it.
Don't be tight on me.
No. This low was taken out. There was a previous NY low also here. That I think this one. Yeah, this one previous NY low.
You see, when the low's taken out at a fraction of a pip, if you look at it, that's when I find that 80% of the trades move the other way. So when that was taken out by a fraction of a pip, I knew it was going up. It's just a matter of entering.
Nice. Put some signals on the chat also, man. Don't be just take entry to yourself.
Akshay, Sona is 100 lots. We can't do it, man.
Yeah.
We can't do it. We need to step our game up.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Yeah, you should some signal on the Telegram channel. That
The 5-minute chart.
On the 5 minute, I'm just seeing an apple in the background, so I was muted. 5. Oh yeah, this area. Yeah.
Hasn't quite mitigated it yet, so
It's a perfect area for it to bounce off of. So if we're inside this area on the what's it doing in 1 minute? If we've closed inside of it, it's only a matter of time before the bottom gets tested. We close inside, and then people would probably sell as soon as it closes inside. So now it's just going to test them, test their resolve. We are at this monthly level as well, sort of dancing around.
This area was a little bit higher. This one is my point of interest area. But price did not came back to that area. Just got rejected from that area right away.
When Asian session goes down and Frankfurt also goes down, then London session will go up. It will form a few candles on 3 minute or 5 minute. And same thing when Asian session goes up and Frankfurt also goes up, then London session will drop. Same thing happened. This one was very good buy with that 5 minute FU candle. I missed this trade.
Yeah, you joined a little bit late. Otherwise, you could have got that.
I was sleeping. Yeah.
I think based upon this, NY could have been NY can be messy today. It can just consolidate today. But it can happen like last week. Asian create a high, Monday create a high, and it can just move in this area and then start pushing to the downside again.
Still trading in the daily range. He's taking out the low, so there might be a possibility might be going up again or heading towards there. Let's see. Plus, you got a massive rejection on the 4 hour.
Yeah, 1 minute kinda you get a quick result. Either it will be a stop loss or it will be move in your direction.
Yes, 100%. I'm still a junior on this 1 minute yet.
No, it's the same like a higher time frame. You just you're executing quite fast. Like you have to take action quickly.
Yeah, you need to you need to know your setup, because when you see it, there's no time to hesitate. But kind of like the way I adapted to the 1 minutes was pretty much because of the war. As soon as that war hit, I'd normally trade on the 15, 30 minute 1 hour. And then as soon as that volatility happened, it was like, damn, like there was just got so fast. So I started getting used to the speed of when the volatility in the war. And then when it started to slow down again, I was like, well, this is really slow. So I started going down to like the 5 minute, and I was like, this is still fairly like, this is the way the 30-minute candle was reacting during when the war was going, when the volatility from the war was kicking off. And it just, there's a natural progression then to go in lower time frames, because the price action is price action. It's all the same. It's just on the lower the time frame, the more higher time frame levels you need to be mindful of. But the price action itself is the same. You know, identify clean ranges, support resistance be created, respected low, break support, clean range to the left, can drop further.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a price. You know that the higher time frame is pushing to the downside. You are just going to the lower time frame to get your stop loss a little bit lower. Like this, you know that this is going to be pullback happen, and you have a point of interest area somewhere in this area. Then you can say, I can just wait for 1 minute structure form in this area to look for that short opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I like these lower time frames, but they are a little bit stressful.
You're just replacing your adrenaline rush.
Yeah. I'm addicted. Now we're sort of just. What was that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say we're. You go.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go.
No. I'm saying once you understand how price move in lower time frame, you don't have to worry about, because if you saw that setup 100 times, you will be comfortable taking that entry again and again.
Mm-hmm. So I think one other important thing is your mindset. So you need to be aware that you're going to take more losses on the lower time frame, but there's more opportunity as well. So if you can master that awareness of how you react when you're in a loss, and it doesn't phase you, you know you're playing the risk reward game with lower time frames. It might take you 2-3 entries to get that position that runs, but once you do, that lower time frame entry usually gives you good risk reward. And you can get that on like the higher time frame, like position traders, like on 4 hours. People get in from the lows and like see support form, start breaking above, because the 4 hour trend takes a long time for the 4 hour trend will turn. So you can get good risk reward in the 4 hour, but most people don't have the ability to be able to hold for days and days and days. So that's where risk reward on higher time, people say you don't get the risk reward on higher time frames. You do, 100% you do, but you don't have the ability generally to hold for weeks and weeks. I don't. For me, I don't. That's for sure.
Well, that makes sense. No, definitely. The other thing about these lower time frames is the stop loss is tighter, so you can give it 3 or 4 shots at it to get it right. So
if you're using fixed lots,
yeah.
That's the thing. That's another thing is like people that are new don't understand. Like I deal with a lot of people as well that still aren't 100% certain what the difference between sell limits and sell stops are. And then when there's someone that's new like that, there's a lot of assumed knowledge that I am guilty of using, because I'll say like, yeah, I'm going to take this, and to me it's like, if I'm going to take a few goes here, I'm not going to risk 0.5% or 1% each time. But if I'm not going to use a small stop, if I say it's a small stop, it's only like 10 pips versus a 20 pip, like the smaller the stop loss, if I'm using fixed lots, means smaller risk, smaller loss.
Risk, yeah.
But people that are using that aren't sure even how to sort of set up the difference between using fixed lots and using percentage risk, I can just take like, 0.5% loss, like 3 0.5% losses, and then think, and then when you finally get the run, maybe you recoup some of that, but maybe your total risk is like 2% for the day. So to this, you're only thinking, I've got 4 0.5% chances, but maybe other people operate with saying I'm going to risk up to $500 today, and I'm going to make my lot size a certain level, and that if I'm risking say $5 a pip and I'm risking 10 pips, then that's going to be $50 I'm risking on this trade. That means, you know, I could actually take 10 shots before I reach my total risk, total loss for the day limit. But people using percentage, maybe it's like, it's very, very easy for you to go over your total loss limit for the day. Because it doesn't matter. Like if I'm using $5 as a pip and I'm risking $20 20 pips, then that size risk is going to be a lot bigger. I know everyone here pretty much knows, but when someone's really coming new to trading, they don't even they're not sure all the different types of orders, and then the way that you can take a trade as a risk percentage or a volume. Like, what was the volume of a trade? A lot of people say, I don't know what you mean. It was 0.5%.
Yeah. Okay. Okay there.
Hello?
So is Akshay there, or is he?
Actually, yeah. Oh, maybe stepped away.
What happened?
Oh, they actually there. Raj is after.
Oh, is your favourite setup happening for 5 minutes? Okay, it happened already as well. If you go to the 5 minutes.
This is it.
Yep. This is a 5 minute. This is 5 minutes.
You're on 5 here. Okay, yep. So where you've got, I think it's happened twice. Let me look at annotate. So you've got this here at the break, liquidity drop down, and then have you got the same thing sort of happening over here now?
Yeah. Same thing like dojis, all these dojis.
Yeah.
Price trying to take out all the doji and then start pushing to the upside.
Yeah, it's a bad sign if we break the highs now. If we're breaking above these, then we're likely at least testing here, but we could be pushing higher. Got 40 seconds for this to close bearish.
1 minute's bullish.
Did you take that short though here? Okay.
No. I haven't taken. I got the 2 buys from here. One buy I closed here, and second buy I took here. From here to here.
So good. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, the ones down here look good on the 1 minute chart.
Yeah. That was a perfect one. Like on 5 minute, FU candle. Then we also rejected from the previous NY low.
Yes.
It's the Europe low as well, which is important. So if I put my sessions on this yellow area, I'll make it smaller. This is your Europe opened here, pushed down, and that's where the pre-London. Europe open or pre-London, whatever you want to call it. So this is going to be a liquidity pot. And then London, if it takes Europe low and then starts breaking resistances, then usually you just get a quick one. I really like that setup when it's like double bottom and then London takes it. So this is that kind of move. And London takes the Europe low or Europe high. What was I thinking? Oh, Ivan was talking about German. We might not. I'm waiting for that sweep.
Now this is a perfect one because we create a double bottom. People, the buyers are induced to take a buys here, and now it again going to break that, and then I can start push to the upside.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. I'm going to be like a cheetah, waiting.
That's a classic one as well.
Oh, Ivan was already in the buy. Don't change your bias because of
No, just don't just if anyone's saying is, oh, you should
Because it might
close your
not. It might
buy.
not induce. It might not. It might not sweep.
Yeah.
Come on, break London low.
London low. It's
Yeah.
way below.
London low.
Yeah, London low is way below.
Yeah.
Which pair?
Gold.
Gold.
That's a long way down.
Yeah. Double bottom is there on 5-minute chart.
Yeah, I have some problem with the 1 minute right now. We may start pushing to the upside, grabbing liquidities.
Mm-hmm. Don't do that.
Okay, nice doji close. So we may taken out that doji low now on 1 minute.
$19.24 area is holding quite strong.
Come on.
See how it didn't close above, so it didn't liquidity underneath these dojis wasn't manipulation.
Placing your runner stop loss over here is a good idea.
I'm thinking about it. I'd like to see it break the low though, for this to be a legitimate resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, another doji close. Then again, it's going to take out that doji low.
Why? It made a double bottom on 1 minute chart. Come on, push.
Push.
Drop.
No, push. Drop. If you want to say. Now, if you're taking the closing bullish.
अरे अक्षय भाई closing bullish क्यों गांड पे लगे हुए हो यार?
No, I'm saying all the possibilities.
You are only saying upside possibility. Say downside possibility. This is very tricky area. Price can flip from this area. There is 5-minute FU and a couple of doji candle forming right now.
I think it makes more sense for downside.
Yeah.
Because given this structure here, we're already closed inside of it. We formed that resistance.
Yeah. That order block already got retested. This one, this minor order block. If candle will break this low, then it can go down.
Given the 30 minutes as well, that if we hide this, 30 minutes accumulated so much in here, and then we've tapped this a few times. Once we start breaking, we're slowly breaking. Oh shoot, we're breaking into this this support structure, weeding out some of this this buy side liquidity, and we could do a deeper pullback all the way down to the bottom of this area, and it could just slowly be pushing down before then having that upside. I see that quite a lot, that once we have, I mean, it could be wrong, but when we do see like accumulation, actually kind of reminds me a little bit of this. But often what happens is once we do see, not really on here, but we see price form structure, and then when we start breaking down underneath of it, we could do full correction eventually. Not straight line, but slowly and surely. That's what I'm kind
4
of
hour
hoping.
trend line is also there to retest that 4 hour trend line.
The main thing as well is, like, even on looking at this monthly, that once we go here, oh no, sorry, not monthly, weekly? Yeah, weekly. Once we go to this weekly, it makes sense that we could have a little bit of a deeper pullback from, now we've tapped into the weekly order block. So are we going to like just break up? Eventually some stage we are going to break up here, but it makes sense that once we pushed up into this area to have that little bit of a deeper pullback.
Adam, can you mark this area, this imbalance, and move all the way to this area?
Yeah, that was 1940. That was this line, this thin line.
Yeah, so we still haven't tapped that area yet.
Yeah, I was licking my lips ready for was it Friday or was it the day before? I think it was Friday, to hit that, and I was gonna sell that.
Come on. Yeah, same. We are waiting for, but this was like a V-shaped recovery.
That was what? Sorry.
Didn't give. Yeah, V-shaped recovery. It did not give any structure in the.
Yeah, it was very difficult, that one. Very difficult. Okay, back into the zone again. See, Dave.
Tap to that.
Closed 95% of GU, 4-1, left 5% to see if we get the New York low target. Very good, mate. Awesome.
Come on.
Okay, so now this is the sensitive liquidity candle.
Yeah. We already tapped to that FU candle body. Be careful. It can act as a order block also.
Yeah. This candle, the red one. Yeah.
But if we start breaking below, then we don't have to worry about price coming back to this high again. We can simply just push to the downside.
Yeah, I was actually thinking, I forgot when I was eating my apple, but I was actually talking about a scale win opportunity somewhere around here. I forgot about it. What are you going to do, gold? German is making its way, come down.
Oh, Ivan, did you close something?
Ivan, yeah, he closed his buy.
Okay.
This is what I'm waiting for. It's going to be me.
Okay. Nice.
That's gold.
I'm more interested in taking out that doji low. If doji low was taken out, then it will be easier. Instead of just taking out this double bottom, instead it just taken out that doji low. That will be better. Then it can start pushing.
Oh, Ivan closed for 1-1 for the buy, but he had the sells from the top. That's kind of what I was feeling last Friday on pound yen. That buyer took in here on I think it was this candle on the 15 minutes. No, that's Thursday. Yeah, I got the buy, a break it above here, up.
Yeah, that one, that was it. Yeah.
And then I closed the entirety, left runners.
I closed my trade.
Your sell?
FU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
I'll go back
FU
to that.
candle.
And then I ended up keeping running like 100 pips from my entry. And then the next day, I was a little bit devastated. Not devastated, actually. I don't care too much. It is what it was. But when you see it just keep on running and running and running, like, oh. Took the low, took the high.
Now it will.
Maybe it's a double
Thanks,
FU.
Noel.
It can drop.
left some room for-
See, there was no top wick on 5-minute candle, and this candle has no top wick on 1 minute, and this is FU candle, and now consolidation can start from this time because NY session open is very close, so it is better to close your position or majority of your position.
Yeah, I might close 50%. Bam, done.
Yeah, close 50%. Yeah, be safe.
So that's technically 75% closed.
Yeah.
Just in case. Now I've got more to play with.
After 1 hour, NY open.
Yeah. So let's have a look at these sessions, and let's what's the word I'm looking for? Recalibrate what we're looking at.
Reevaluate.
Yeah, that'll do. So Asian session spiked up, grabbed liquidity, pushed down, offloaded liquidity into this. So when I'm saying offload liquidity, means like this is a perfect area of like a pool of demand. So this could be demand, could be support. It's just an area that if you were selling from here, you wouldn't want to hold thinking you could break through here. So this is an area that you could close most of your position. If you're selling from down here and you're the big boys, you can sell. Big boys or big girls, they were trading. And then from here, they can then say, I can close most of my trade and not get any slippage. Because if you've got these massive positions all loaded up, the problem is that if they can't close like us as retail traders and just push a button and it's done. If they exit a position and they don't have equal amount, like say they're going to close $2 billion worth of a trade, unless you've got $2 billion of buy side liquidity here as well, what they'll do is like the broker will wherever they do their orders, it'll close some of their position immediately for whatever buyers are here, and then it will retrace on them quickly until they can find enough buyers sellers to take their order. So they're going to push price to an area there's liquidity so that they can then offload that. But then they don't just close their trade, not do anything as well. They'll sell to buy, and they'll be buying to sell continuously. But it will just go from one point of liquidity up here above all this like empty space down to an area where there was obviously a lot of orders accumulated. Once the orders have been picked up here as well, now those buyers could be looking for a place that they can liquidate those buyers. So what would make sense? Halfway of Asian session is generally pretty good opportunity, a pretty good area. We can see where liquidity is pulled in lower time frames, but generally half of Asian session is a pretty decent area. We know London session often will pull back to a 50% of a previous range, either New York range or Asian 50%. So this all made sense. Then New York pushed up, started to correct some of that move. Now we need to see what New York is going to do. New York, when they come in, they'll say, well, we left price here, and price is more or less where New York closed on Friday. So they don't really, depends on what their ideas are. If they want to buy for the week, maybe they're going to set price up in a better area to then buy from. Where there's liquidity for them, because they'll want to put their trades on, their buy and sells or whatever they're going to put on. So they could look at, say, London 50, London low, or London high. London high is looking pretty attractive for a New York session to, if they want to sell, they'll likely buy first And there you can see that there's liquidity sitting up here. It's meant to be a little star. Oh my God. This looks like a nice little area for them because there's a London high here. So London executed sells at this point. And it's also 50% of Asian range. We've got little dojis up here as well. So they could buy just to sell down.
Yeah, this area I was looking for the overall sell opportunity.
Yeah,
but
I was
never tapped to that area.
Yeah, and it was so close because on the wait a sec, I'll go to 30-minute. When I had my area, that Asian 50 was what I was really looking. I was looking for this alert to go off before I could enter those sells, but the price action developed before that area got hit. So now that could be a target for New York session to hit. And maybe then once New York is up that high, maybe we'll just do a pullback and then they'll just push up higher before then they can do the sells. So we're never really sure what we can do. We can just anticipate probability.
Do you have a volume profile?
No, I don't use it. Which one do you want to put on? You going to show us something?
Go to here. Yeah, go to here.
Oh, you want VWAP?
Yeah, this
fixed range volume profile.
Now mark it from top to bottom here. Yeah. Now you will see that this is where the most low volume is.
Hold a sec. Clear some of your arrows.
Okay, 1 second. Yeah.
Most volume was inside this a bit.
So what's this?
Yeah. Also, if you see here, this is the where.
It's a mathematical calculation of where price sort of hesitated in the area the longest. You can see how there's wicks, and then the candle body. So you see this candle sort of just push down, little wick up, push down, little wick up, push down, and then we had basically like almost an hour and a half sort of in this area. So there was more activity in this area. So you can see the volume profile show where there's more liquidity or more buying and selling candles.
Yeah,
that's what the difference in these colors are. Then the next big areas of these is where we're next area. Like you see here, we had 30 minutes in this area, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 2 hours and a half, and a little bit over here. So where the candles sort of hung around in the session the longest was these zones and these zones. So for some reason, price hesitated the longest around this bit. So what's happening here is that meant that there was structure forming. Basically, where these columns are the biggest, sideways columns, is the larger areas of accumulation or structure forming. That's what basically it means. It might not be a true representation of volume, but it means that where price was hesitating the longest, and where price hesitates the longest generally is what we would draw our order blocks or resistance or supply demand from.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Now, if you see here, this area where price did not move, it's the lowest one. You can
clean
say.
Candle there. Yeah.
Yeah. Now this is also the area where the Asian midpoint.
Yeah.
You can say that if the price is tapping to this area, price will not going to stay that area long term. It's just going to either push all the way to the upside, or it's just going to drop from that area right away.
Fake out from up there, or clean candle just push up through. So what we could wait for then, if something closes bullish above here, and if we weren't sure what was going to happen, if we get something like a little bearish candle, like a little resistance, and then starting to break this high, then you could say, well, I've got clean candles potentially up to here. So then we could trade. You could trade the break. Like if a candle wicked down and then started breaking the high, then you could be putting your stop loss under the low of the candle if it makes the lower wick first. And then once it's breaking the high, taking it with the momentum. If we're forming resistance, breaking above this wick would have a target. That'd be a Raja style trade. Or we're going to create resistance and then start breaking these lows, and then we're going to have clean range going down. That's cool. I never use these. I sort of just read price, but I guess that kind of confirms what we're looking at as well. Like that gives you a good lower time frame picture on the higher time frame. It's nice. Yeah, that's cool. Do you always have that on your chart, or just when you do bigger moves?
Yeah, whenever I see the like a big drop, like this kind of drop, I want to see which was the area I can look for the sell opportunities. So this area, even on the top one here in this area, these are the two area I'm looking for sell right now. And the bottom side, this is the area you will see that the lowest volume, right? Price dip only one time, and then price did not accumulate it here. Price simply just got rejected from that area. Instead of this session highs, session lows, midpoint are the more important. It can give a lot of information. Like you just simply by looking at the chart, you will understand that where is the session highs, because those are the where we see the maximum manipulation. Like this yesterday's session low. This was the manipulation happen here. Same thing, yesterday's yesterday high session. This was a manipulation in the Asian session. This. If you, I think on Friday you also said this Friday we created a high. So same thing happened this week also. We already created a high here. Now we can simply just coming back to this area again, pushing to the downside. The same thing like can happen. And on the Wednesday, price may come back here again.
Yeah. Because like if we maybe remove some stuff.
Yeah, you can delete that thing.
And if I go remove sessions. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so let me get rid of the sun. Oh, what's this gonna do? Not a good close for that 5 minute. With a 1 minute. Came back down, testing this again.
Now it's looking a little bit bad. If you see, this was a doji candle close, previous one. And if it takes out that doji low and it start pushing to the upside then. And previous one also closed FU candle.
We've already followed that path. That path is pretty much done. So we did indeed what we anticipated. German, I'll just check out German first. Triple bottom. Oh man. Okay. Alright, so check out this. This is pretty cool. So we go 30 minute. I'll go to a clean chart with no analysis. Like this one. This is, what's this, Forex.com. Oh, this is slightly different 4-hour candle close, but that's fine. So put our sessions on. We're keeping our eye on these blue columns. But what I'm going to put on here is Mondays. So this is Mondays. Let me go to the 1 hour. Oh wait, I'm missing a Monday. Oh, because that was New Year's Day. So this we'll just go back and forth.
Okay, this one.
So focusing on just Mondays and the Asian session. So once we have, like, this is the Asian session range. Okay, can I get this smaller? Yeah, I can. So Asian session range. Once we break one side of the Asian session range, we don't often take out the other side. Same again, Asian session, we broke the high, we never broke the low again. Let's go back and get a whole bunch of, let's go get a whole bunch of data. Maybe, okay. So this is going to give us 4 weeks. Asian session got the high got broken and then the low got broken. So that was an unusual week. The next one here was the Asian session. Oh, no, yes, right, that's right. Asian session. Okay, low got broken. The high never got broken. Asian session. the low got broken, the high never got broken. Asian session, the high got broken, the low got broken. Okay, that's an unusual week. But if we follow it along and along and along, and then you get your stats, more times than not, there's like a 70-30%. Like if we have 100 weeks, 70% of the time, once you have an Asian high or an Asian low broken, the other side won't get taken out. 70% of the time. 30% of the time, it'll take out the high and the low. So when you're thinking probabilities, I've got a 70% probability that as soon as the Asian low got taken out, that is unlikely to come back up to here today. Well, there's a 30% probability we can go up here. So if we're more often than not going to keep on testing the lows, then to me that tells me once the Asian lows got taken out, then sells make more sense today.
I send a one indicator. You can price it yourself later on. So on this indicator, you can define the range, DR idea. So you can define the range and the timing.
Oh.
So that way, one side of get broken, and it will give you the how many times that works.
Oh, beautiful.
So, but you have to set a time with your chart, like which time you want to from where it start and where it end, and after that it broke one side. How many times price respected that on that day to the low?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, we'll have to.
Let's say we broke above here. This low will get respected on that day.
Yeah.
So you have to set that time just and you will get a result also here. You don't have to calculate it. Calculate the result.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's good, man. It's really good. I'll check that out. Where is it? I'm gonna save this. I'll have a look at that. Of course, there's other scenarios as well. That's sort of like, this is like algorithmic trading where we sort of set really objective rules. And there's other times as well. You're going to say like, if we took out the high, then we're coming down, and then we see like other like maybe the New York session. Then we can see points that if we're so close to it, then maybe it's going to be a nice little area for us to target. But like anyone that was just sort of interested in thinking like how do Mondays normally form, and then that's one thing you can look at. Just what happens on every Monday. And looking at, I really love sessions, highs, lows, middle points. Then the skill around how to use them is just from what you see once, you see it a second time. Okay, I've seen this a few times, I remember. So then now, does it make sense for me to give it a go and put risk on this? Because the whole thing's like, we don't know what's going to happen in trading, but we know what the probability is going to be like for trading. So if the probability is in our favor, then that's a kind of trade that makes sense for. That's what differentiates taking trades and gambling.
By the way, on the German 40, if in the NY session price start pushing to the upside, then this will be your target for that sell from the upside. If someone is looking for sell from the upper side, because if some fake out happen at this high here.
Oh, I see. Yeah, to retest the low again. Yeah.
It's kind of taken out liquidity from this one side of area, and you can target the second side of area for the target.
Yeah, and that just makes sense. Like if price is pushing down, trending, every time it makes like a low, 80% of the time it'll retest that low before it does something else. And that will be like what the double bottoms are. Eventually the trend is going to. Eventually the trend is going to change, but you will usually 8 times out of 10. Once you made a low and you form a resistance, it will retest that low. Now, if the distance between here and here is enough, or where your entry can be, like say 30, 40 pips, you can probably at least get 20 pips, depending on where your entry is. If you can enter as close to resistance formed as possible, then that makes that range easier to trade. But if your entry, say somewhere here, price only needs to go halfway before it can turn around. That would be like 1, 2, 3 patterns. you might just be on the wrong side at the wrong time. But I like those kind of setups. That's the way.
By the way, gold drop.
Oh yes, yeah, see 1923.
Yeah, it was waiting for my position close.
It makes sense. Like once we're testing,
it made a double bottom now, so it should break that double bottom.
Did a triple bottom on the 1 minute, didn't it? So
over
here. here. So once we close inside a structure, it's only a matter of time before we hit the bottom of structure. It just means that once we close in structure, normally we get a pullback.
Yeah, on the 5 minute we have a doji here, so it taken out that doji also.
So now we can have that pullback.
Current 5 minute candle don't have a top wick on MT5.
Yeah, pretty much not on here either.
Yeah, previous 5 minute candle closed below 1925.
Yeah. Looking good.
Come on, 1920.
That was a killer trade.
Come on. Yeah, my entry was over here.
Oh, okay, you got in there.
Yeah. And another buy was from here. When this candle closed like inverted hammer, I took buy and placed my stop loss below this one. But when I took buy and this candle closed like doji and it formed a double bottom, I was scared at that time.
Oh yeah. When you were back testing this together, weren't you, on the weekend? Was Dar showing you?
Yeah, I was telling him about this inverted hammer, but it works very well in NY session. Yeah.
So running 50 pips up, which is 3 to 1 on that remaining position. Because I've only got 25% left on it. I think I'm just going to let it. I might just let this one hold. By some miracle, I can get it all the way down to 1910 without getting stopped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, good thing we don't have any news today, so that will be better.
Yeah, next week's the messy week. Next week sucks, man. Well, it doesn't suck, but it's not going to get continuous moves all week. It's going to flip-flop everywhere. So wait, next week. We have
candle 5 minute candle closed below Asian lows, so probability is high that it will drop before NY session. Let's see.
Yeah, next week's all the interest rate news, because this week is Fed blackout. All right, I think I'm gonna go for a walk ahead of New York session. So
yeah,
I think we all know what we're doing here. Gonna wait like this is me right now. First I'm gonna get a real lunch, and then I might try eat some German 40 for first dessert of the day. Then pound yen. Got stuck on that level, so rightly identified. This was the issue with gold. This is the difference between gold on the lower time frame closed inside this structure. So as soon as we close inside this structure, we can go to the bottom of that structure. Pound yen didn't close inside that structure. Nothing was closed inside, so that meant that we couldn't go to the bottom. If this candle or this one had closed inside, then I'd say, yep, pull back, resistance form, eventually we'll hit the bottom of that structure. But because it didn't, it meant that this is a very strong support. So maybe it's, exactly what Akshay's drawing. So maybe it just needs to come up, get liquidity first, and then we'll see what price action does. How's Dave's one going? Dave's trade hopefully this can keep on dropping for him, but I'll try eat some German 40 later. And then for gold, you know what I'm doing. I'm just letting it run now. We could, now that we've formed lower structure, then Danny, you could bring your stops into profit now. Maybe leave it above this red area.
I closed out.
Oh, okay.
I closed out once it got the triple bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So how much did you? And you risked 0.2 and profit.
Yeah, I got a few hundred out of it, which was good. I got like a 1 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 1.5. I think. Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sweet. So, we waited, but it paid off. So, I'm gonna scoot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go get some real lunch, and then, Aaron risked 2% still going. Good one, man. Cool.
No, nice.
All right, guys. Well, appreciate you guys keeping me company here. So, we'll do this again tomorrow.
Yeah,
I think it's just Wednesday. I'm not going to do
midnight. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds good. All right, sleep well, and I'll see everyone later on. Okay, take care.
Thanks, Adrian.
You're welcome.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.